Hi guys, this is Sadiq from Debugging.com, and in this video, we'll show you how to flash the latest Matrixx ROM based on Android 14 onto Pixel 6a, 6 and 6 Pro. So please take a backup of all the data on your phone and also make sure that you are on the latest available update. If there is any pending update, then please install that update beforehand, and once that is done, you may then proceed ahead with the flashing steps. So first and foremost, you will have to download and extract the Android SDK platform tools. So get it from my guide over here and extract them onto your PC. You could extract them anywhere you want. In my case, I've done the extraction in C drive, and these are the files of platform tools. Once that is done, you will now have to enable USB debugging and OEM unlocking. USB debugging is required to execute ADB command, whereas OEM unlocking is required to unlock the bootloader on your phone. So let's now carry out both this task. For that, you will have to go to the settings menu. From there, go to about phone and tap on build number 7 times. You will get a prompt that you are now a developer. So now go back, then go to system and go to developer option. And from here, you will now have to enable USB debugging as well as OEM unlocking. So first off, enable the toggle next to OEM unlocking. Likewise, enable the toggle next to USB debugging. You will get a prompt on your phone. Tap on OK. You might get an RC key prompt as well. So checkmark always allow from this if this is your own PC, and then tap on allow, and with this debugging is now enabled. So let's verify the debugging connection. For that, go to platform tools folder address bar, type in CMD and hit enter. This will launch command prompt inside platform tools folder directory. Now type in ADB devices and make sure that you are getting a serial ID. If you are not getting any ID, then unplug and replug your phone from the PC, disable and re-enable USB debugging, tap on revoke USB debugging, use the official cable that came with your phone, and use the USB 2.0 port on your PC. So carry out these USB tweaks and make sure that you are getting an ID. Once you are getting this ID, your next course of action is to unlock the bootloader on your phone. Do note that doing so will wipe off all the data, and it might make the warranty null and void as well. So if that's well and good, you could refer to my guide and get the job done. In short, you just have to boot your phone to Fastboot mode and use the Fastboot flashing unlock command. After that, use the volume key to highlight, unlock the bootloader and press the power key to confirm. With this, the bootloader will be unlocked and your phone will undergo a reset. Once that is done, re-enable USB debugging, and then let's move ahead. So now, download the ROM and the recovery IMG file for your phone from here. So in the recovery IMG file, there will be 3 files. These 3 files will be, let me show you, just a minute. So it will be boot, DTBO and vendor boot. So download the 3 files from here, recovery IMG file section. Let me show you that as well. So these are the 3 files, and then download the ROM zip file from here. Once you have got all these 4 files, you will then have to transfer them to the platform tool folder on your PC. So let me transfer all these files here. These are the 3 recovery files. Likewise, let me transfer the ROM file as well, and this is the ROM file for my phone. So we have transferred all the 4 files inside the platform tool folder. Likewise, please make sure that the ROM files are corresponding to your phone. On the page, you could go there and check out the keyword or the code name for your phone. For example, I'm using a Pixel 6a. It's named as BlueJ. So you could verify the same. Likewise, for Pixel 6, it is the Coriole, and Pixel 6 Pro, it's the Raven. So make sure to download the file which correspond to your phone. Once you have got all the files, let's now move ahead. So next up, you will now have to boot your phone to Fastboot mode. So for that, just type in ADB reboot bootloader and hit enter, and your phone will now reboot into the Fastboot mode. It will take up to a few seconds, so let's just wait for the time frame, and then we'll verify the connection and move ahead with the next step. So let's just wait for a few more seconds, and as you could see, our phone is now in the Fastboot mode. Please make sure that the device state is shown as unlocked. This means that the bootloader has been unlocked. So moving ahead, type in Fastboot devices and make sure that you are getting a serial ID. If you are not getting any ID, then you will have to install Fastboot drivers. I have made a separate guide and a video on the same. You can refer to my guide and get the job done. Once you have installed the drivers, use the Windows X shortcut keys and choose Device Manager. Then expand the Android phone section and make sure that your phone is being shown as Android bootloader interface. So this, as well as the serial ID next to Fastboot, signifies that your PC is able to read the phone in Fastboot mode, and we are now good to go ahead. So we could now flash the ROM file onto your phone. So first and foremost, we have to flash these three files, the boot, DTBO and the vendor boot, to their respective partition. So simply copy each of this command and paste them in the CMD window. So first off, we'll flash the boot IMG file. Once that is done, let's now flash the DTBO IMG file as well. And after that, we will then flash the vendor boot file to the vendor boot partition. Once we have flashed all these three files, the custom recovery will now be installed onto our phones, and we will now have to boot our phone to this custom recovery. For that, you could either use the Fastboot reboot recovery command or use the volume keys to highlight the recovery option and press the power key to confirm, or you could simply use this command, and after using the command or the hardware key combination, your phone will now reboot into the recovery mode, and the first boot up might take up some time, which is completely normal. And as you could see, we are now inside the recovery. So now you will have to do a factory reset. For that, so use the volume key to select the factory reset option and then press the power key to confirm. Again, select format data factory reset. Let me focus it, and press the power key to confirm. Again, select format data and confirm via the power key. The wiping will now start and it will take a few seconds. So let's just wait. Once that is done, you will get a data wipe complete message. So you could now go ahead and install the ROM. For that, let's go back. Just a minute. So if the touch is not working, that's not a cause of concern. Simply use the volume keys to highlight the back button and press the power key to confirm. And with this, we are now in the main menu of the recovery. Now select apply update via the volume keys and press the power key to confirm. And then select apply from ADB. And with this, your phone is now in the ADB sideload mode. So let's verify the same. So type in ADB devices and hit enter, and make sure that you are getting the sideload keyword. Once that is the case, we could now do the sideload. So for the ease of convenience, let's rename the ROM file to something shorter. So let's just rename it to ROM, and the complete name becomes rom.zip. So we could now do the sideload using the ADB sideload file name command. So let's do that. So let's paste the command ADB sideload rom.zip, where rom.zip is the name of the ROM file. The sideloading will now start, and it could take up to around 5 to 10 minutes. So let's just wait for the time frame. So guys, as soon as the progress bar reaches the 47% mark in the CMD window, you will get a prompt on your phone asking if you want to install any additional packages. So for instance, if you want to flash any zip file, then you will first and foremost have to reboot your phone to recovery. In that case, you will have to select yes. On the other hand, if you don't want to flash any zip file or any module, then simply select no, and then you could reboot to the OS. So I'm again repeating, when you reach this screen, if you want to flash any other zip files such as Matrixx, then select yes, and then select your phone will reboot to recovery. On the other hand, if you don't want to flash any other file and you simply want to reboot to the OS, then just select no and select reboot to system, and your phone will then reboot to the OS. So as of now, I don't want to flash any zip file as such, so I will select no. So do the selection and press the volume key to confirm. So let me do that, and I am selecting no as of now, and you will be taken to the home screen of the recovery. From here, you may now select the reboot system now, and your phone will now reboot to the OS. Do keep in mind that the first boot up will take up some additional time frame. This is completely normal and nothing to worry about, because the OS has been set up from scratch. Moreover, the ROM comes inbuilt with all the GApps packages, service and framework. So setting up that will also take up some time. And as you could see, it's the boot animation of the Matrixx ROM. So this signifies that the flashing is done successfully. And let's just wait for the ROM to boot up. So guys, we are now in the OS. The boot up took around 30 to 45 seconds. With that said, if you want, you may restore the backup right now. As of now, I am skipping all the setup process and take you to the OS. But you may set up the phone right away and restore the backup as well. And as of now, let me skip all this stuffs and take you to the OS. Just a navigation, and let me skip this as well. And with this, we are inside the Matrixx OS ROM. And this is the app drawer. It's transparent. This is the QS tiles. Let's go to the settings menu. So it's quite different as compared to other AOSP ROM. That good to see. And as of now, let's access the USB of this ROM, which is the Matrixx settings. So let's go there. First off, let's check out the button section, and it has the option to take partial screenshot. So volume down and power to take partial screenshot. Let's do that as well. So you could crop and take a partial screenshot if you want. Anyways, moving on, you could customize the power menu. Let me see if it has advanced restart or not. That's the most important for me. Okay, it has the advanced restart option as well. So let's check out all the options that it beholds. So it has all the 4 options: system recovery, fastboot, and the fastboot demode. That's good to see. Moving on, the next options we have regarding end call, wake device by pressing the button, answer the calls via the buttons, keyboard cursor control, and these are the button tweaks. Next we have the lock screen customizations, the clock font style. You may choose from each of these styles. So let's select a one and then check out the result. So let me select this one, and let's now check. So as you could see, the change has been implemented. So let's go back to the default clock style. Then we have a media art cover. When you are playing any music, its album art will be shown in the lock screen. Then it's the battery info, weather settings. You could set up the weather service, and it will be enabled in the backend, and it will use the GPS, and this might take up some additional battery. So make sure if you want to implement the setting or not. Then we have the double tap to sleep. Let me check out. So that's good to see as well. And apart from that, fingerprint authentication vibration, ripple effect on the fingerprint. So it has animations as well when you interact with the fingerprint. Then there are a few miscellaneous tweaks. For instance, you could unlock higher FPS in the games and spoof your phone to Google photo storage. So as you might be aware, Pixel XL is the only phone that still has unlimited Google photo storage and unlimited file size. So there is no 15 GB storage, and it will allow you to upload the files in original quality without being compressed. So that's quite a nifty feature. Likewise, we have Netflix spoof. So if you are running a custom ROM or have root, then the wide one L1 certification will be downgraded to L3, and you will not be able to watch any DRM content in full HD. But using the Netflix spoof, you could now easily watch all the contents, whether it's the Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime in full HD, that is 1080p. Then you could swipe to take a screenshot. So let me check that. So it's working as well. It's pocket detection and ignore Windows secure flags, hide developer status from apps. So there are some apps which will not work if the development status is enabled. So in those cases, you may hide the status from those apps. So you will no longer have to hide the USB debugging or the developer option. Simply add those apps to this list, and then the developer option will be hidden from those apps. So apart from that, we have a few navigation tweaks. Navigation bar, pixel animation, show arrows key while typing, layout, invert layout. You may also implement actions with each of these key. If you are using the triple layout buttons, then you may implement actions which to the back, just to the back and home, as well as the recent keys as well. Then apart from navigation, we have a few notification tweaks. The noisy notification, show clipboard overlay, force stop button. Notifications, long press menu, you will get the force stop button. Then we have less boring, display pop-up notification only for alarm. Okay, so in this you will get only notification for the important apps, and apart from that you will no longer get notification from any other app as such. So it also has an dynamic island iPhone style notification. So currently I don't have any app to test out this feature, but still it looks quite interesting to see, say the least. And as you could say, it's inspired by iOS dynamic island. So if I get a notification, then I could show you, but currently I cannot because I am offline. Apart from that, there are a few few QS toggles as well. You could change the clock font size in the QS toggles. Let me show you that as well. Let's increase it and then check out the result. As you could see, it has been increased. Let's bring it back to smaller size. You could choose an image as well in the QS. So let's check out a few images. As you could see, these are the images, and there are quite a lot of images actually. Let's choose a one. So let me choose this one. And as you could see, it's implemented in the QS styles. This looks quite interesting and nice. And let's go back and header image. You could also select and implement your own image as well if you want, and further tweak the image as per your convenience and requirement. Then you could show the battery style and the battery percent if you want as well. And then you may hide the QS if the screen lock is implemented. Then the QS will no longer be shown on lock screen. Then you could enable haptic feedback when you interact with the brightness slider as well. Then you have the QS panel styles. There are quite a lot of styles. Let me check out. This is the cyberpunk style that does not looks quite nice. Anyways, you have quite a lot of options to choose from. Let's go with shaded and let me see how it goes. Yeah, it's somewhat good. So anyways, moving on. Let me go back to the default theme. Apart from that, you may tweak the layout of QS tiles as well. You may change the number of columns and rows that are there inside the QS panels and implement animations when you interact with the QS toggle. Let me show you. It will undergo a rotation as could be seen from here. Then you can show the data usage in KBs and MBs as well. Then we have a few sound tweaks, pulse, navigation bar pulse, lock screen pulse. It will show the sound equalizer on the lock screen, and in navigation pulse it will show the same in the navigation bar. Then ambient pulse will show the same on the AOD. Do keep in mind that enabling all these features will lead to some additional battery drainage on your phone, so please decide on this trade-off accordingly. Then the volume panel style, you could also change that. So let me select any random one and see how it goes. While making some changes, the system UI might undergo a restart. This is completely normal. As you could see, it has been changed, and there are quite a lot of styles that you could choose from. So this is the another one. So it's all are present here. Let's go to the default one, and apart from that, we have the status bar tweaks as well. Status bar icons, you may toggle, enable and disable the icons that you want to show in the status bar. Then there are the clock styles, 4G icon instead of the LTE icon you can show as well. It's all regarding the types of icon which you want to show or hide in the status bar. You may also enable colored icon. So as you could see currently in the settings menu, it's the same white icon, but as soon as I enable it, you will get the icon which correspond to the apps as is shown in the app drawer. So the apps as shown here, the same icon will be shown in the notification panel, as you could see now. Then you could also show the notification count. So as you could see in the Play Store and the settings menu, you have the notification count. Then it's the battery style. There are quite a lot of battery styles to choose from. This is the landscape capsule. As you have seen, the change has been implemented, and you could show the or hide the battery percent as well. And the last but not the least is the UI tweaks, settings, homepage, usage. So let's restart the settings UI and it will be revamped. So I was inside the UI section. So apart from that, the AOD tweaks as well. Wake screen for notification, always show time and info, always show while charging. So let's enable this and check out the results. So as you could see, this is the AOD screen. It's quite bare bone because currently I don't have much notification to show. Then edge lightning, the edges of your phone will light up when you get a notification. You could tweak this lightning and change the color as well. And apart from ambient display, you have the charging animation, full screen apps, advanced monitor settings. You could customize the theming engine to force the app to pick up the major color from the wallpaper as well. Then you have the navigation styles. There are quite a lot of 3-button. If you are using a 3-button style, then you may choose from all these currently I'm using a gesture navigation, so that is why I might not show you this. Then we have the font style. Again, there are quite a lot of font styles to show from, and as you could see, the change has been implemented and there are quite a lot of fonts to choose. Let's go back to the default one. Then we have the icon pack. You may choose from all these icon packs. So for instance, this is the Oxygen OS icon pack that has been implemented. This is the one from Samsung. So let's get back to the default one, and as you might have seen, it's just a system UI being restarted and nothing much. Then you could change the icon shape. For example, this is the stretch icon, and let me show you the effect. So as you could see, it's implemented. Let's go back to the default one. And guys, these were all the tweaks that you could see. There are definitely quite a lot of tweaks, and this is the settings menu tweak that I had just implemented. So let me show you. In the user interface, I had enabled the settings homepage. As you could see, this option has changed the settings UI, and now you get a battery percentage as well as a storage. It's currently charging, so that is why you are seeing this animation. Once you unplug your charger, it will stay on that and it will show you the discharging limit. So let me charge it once again and the animation will start. And apart from that, you get the storage option to see from here, and you also have the search icon, the universal search across all the apps, contacts, messages and everything. Then you have the information. From here you could access the system page, and let me show you. This is the latest Android 14 build for your phone. So guys, on that note, I round off this video. If you have any queries, do let me know in the comment section, and thanks a lot for watching.